Tensions are continuing to rise in the Middle East. The U.S. carried out additional strikes on Houthi targets in Yemen. And with me now is CNN's military analyst and retired Air Force Colonel Cedric Leighton. Colonel Leighton, I mean, this certainly seems like a ramp up by the U.S. and its allies. We saw what took place on Thursday, and now we're seeing even more.
That's right, Jim.
Attacks
Yeah.
and more targets. What can you show us here?
So the big thing here is these are the latest attacks. So what we used was the platform of the USS Carney, which is a cruiser that has Tomahawk missiles on board. So they fired the Tomahawk land attack missiles, as they're called, or TLAMs, to go after a radar facility, which is actually near the capital of Sana'a. This was different from Thursday's attacks, which had a multi-nation coalition that was basically part of it. From a military perspective, it was the U.S. and the U.K. The rest of these countries supported this effort. Everyone from Australia to Bahrain, the only Arab nation, plus Canada, the Netherlands, supported this effort as part of the operation that is protecting assets in the Red Sea.
Yeah, and what about the map? Let's look at this map, because I mean, a lot of folks at home might be wondering, okay, you know, how many targets might you have when it comes to going after the Houthis? And when we heard 60 targets in that initial round, I mean, just judging by that, I would find it surprising that there would be additional targets after that. But we shouldn't take this lightly. I mean, this is a quasi-state almost that you're talking about here with the Houthi rebels.
It is. Yeah. The Houthis are actually really a government in this part of Yemen. And, you know, from a targeting perspective, what's interesting is you have military bases in places like the capital, Sana'a. You have air bases near there. You have a drone launch site, which can be really important, especially as it points down into the Red Sea area. This area right here is critical. That's the Bab el-Mandeb. This is the Gate of Sorrows, as it's actually called. This is where all that traffic, all that sea traffic goes through from the Gulf of Aden and the Indian Ocean all the way up toward the Suez Canal. And all of these military bases that are in all of these areas, those are all legitimate targets, because what they do, Jim, is they provide a place for the Houthis to launch the kinds of attacks that they can using these kinds of weapons: cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, and long-range drones. And those are pretty potent weapons.
Yeah, and this is why they have been such a menace to shipping, I guess, vessels in the Red Sea.
Absolutely.
It's been going on for weeks.
So it has, and one of the key things that is part of this is that 20%, there's been a 20% reduction in shipping activity. Major shipping firms like Maersk, for example, have actually moved their shipments from the Red Sea to go around Africa, because those the rerouting actually forces them to add about 3,000 nautical miles and extra days, about 8 to 10 days longer in a journey that otherwise would be a lot shorter, going through the Red Sea and the Suez Canal. So this is really important from an economic standpoint, and it's also important from a military and geopolitical standpoint.
Yeah, it's obviously a lot more expensive to go all the way around as opposed to straight through the Red Sea. All right, Colonel Leighton, very important, very insightful as always. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.